What's good, y'all, SGG family, baby? We are back with another episode of the Reds Rebuild. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I know it's becoming a little bit less, but we're focusing on Madden right now. It is hot, it is dropping, and guess what? I do have some 2K content dropping tomorrow as well. You know, a new series on the channel will be dropping tomorrow, so make sure you guys go check that out. But before we even talk about that, because that is tomorrow, today is today, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on this video as we look to go ahead and get through some more of this season. We are finally past All-Star Weekend, looking to get into the trade deadline to see what kind of trades can be made. You see we are 8 games behind the Cubs right now at 44, 54, 10 games under 500, which it could have been a lot worse. You see that we are 7 for 3 in our last 10 games, the best in the division. We caught a little hot streak right before the All-Star break, so we're looking to keep that going as we come out of it. Now, like I mentioned, the trade deadline is upon us. So we will be receiving trades like this one from Atlanta. Yariel Gonzalez, a third baseman. Probably at the minor leagues making only $50K for Mike Moustakas. I go and look at his overall, and he's 28 with a C potential, 71 overall. I declined with the swiftness. I didn't care about any attributes. But kind of coming out of that, you see, not starting off too hot, giving up 10 and 12 runs respectively to Arizona, a team that also is under 500. We shouldn't, if we're losing, it shouldn't be by that much. We got considerable amount of offense here. Moustakas and Stevenson both hitting home runs, but Mahaley, a rare bad start. 5 innings, 5 earned runs. The bullpen didn't really help out much as well. If they had held the door, we would have been fine. And in the second game, we lost 12-1, so completely no offense here. Our only home run or run came from a solo shot. And Luis Severino, also a rare bad start. Only 2 2/3, couldn't even make it out of 3 and gave up all the runs. Castillo gave up 6 runs in 1 inning himself. So going back to the trade talk though, y'all saw Juan Soto on the trade block for the Nationals. I want to see if we can make something happen. They went Mike Moustakas, Doug Granger, and Tyler Mahaley. I said, heck no. I'll give you Mike Moustakas, I'll give you Luis Castillo, and another prospect. They just weren't going for it. So after trying, I literally tried that for me about 30 minutes. They were not going for that kind of trade. So I went ahead and let it bypass, do what it does. And guess we won't be getting Juan Soto's trade deadline. So we go ahead and get past that on a 2-game winning streak here with Luis Castillo coming in, pitching a pretty good game here. Not a shutout because he is, remember, a reliever. He's just pitched 3 2/3 innings. So I don't know why they even brought him in so early. But here in the bottom of the ninth, runners at first and second. We're trying to hold the door to go to extras. 2 outs on. And we got a quick 1-1 count to Rafael Devers. Gets him to swing and chop off the circle change. Strikeout pitch could be coming, and he got him swinging at the sinker low and away. And we will take this game into extra innings with a chance to win it. Runner at second base. You already know the extra inning rules. And we've got Doug Granger. This is going to be a special episode for him, as we'll see in a little bit. As he bunts his way over. Gets out at first, but now we have the runner at third with 1 out. A chance to get the go-ahead run in. Tyler Stevenson swings and misses at the changeup off the plate. And now we're pretty much in basically the worst situation that you want to be in as the ball gets away. He's going all the way to the backstop, slides, throws it in, and that 8 speed is just too slow. If he even has 12 speed, he might score that, but he's out at the plate. So now Hunter Renfroe will come up with the chance to win the game and maybe do what Cincinnati couldn't for Milwaukee. Rounder over to India. Same situation that we had. 1 out. Runner at first base. Luis Perez is up next. He's 2 for 4. He's a base hit up the middle. You might as well not even touch that ball or throw it in, as that will do it. The runner scores, and Milwaukee walks out of here with a 1-0 victory. Avoids the sweep, as we did win the first 2 of the series, and is able to get out of here just barely unscathed. Great start from both starters. Maybe we left Luis Castillo out there just a little too long. And he will obviously get on the hook here for the L. He is now 3-12 on the season. Still catching L's even in the bullpen. But at least we're able to come away with a series victory. Now here, going through another set of games. Colin Moran actually does get injured for 1 to 2 weeks. But going up against Chicago, we have a chance to also fight off a sweep ourselves. We're up 1-0. Bottom of the ninth. Lucas Sims is up. One of our 3 All-Stars coming to try to shut the door. And the first man he has to face is Patrick Wisdom. 1-1 count. This was swing at that slurve. The slurve is really nasty. The break was on it today. Gets him to swing that 4-seamer in on the hands. And when you have a closer like Lucas Sims, it makes closing out games easy. When we get to a situation of saves, I feel very confident in our closing pitcher, which is a very good feeling to have. When you have that 9th inning guy that you can trust, now he's not going to get the save every single time. Every closer is going to blow saves. But if I can trust you 9 out of 10, that's what I love. You see you get the final strikeout there as we go ahead and come away with the victory here. 1-0. Not much offense from either side, but we're able to go ahead and walk out victorious as we're looking to make that push. If we're still close to taking the division, you might have some playoff push here as the season is starting to wind down, and beating division rivals like the Cubs is what's going to do. You see Vladimir Gutierrez getting the victory here. 8 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks. A great start from him. Aguilar's 15th home run of the season. Only gave up 3 hits. His ERA is down to 3.53. He's been a great addition into the starting rotation, honestly, and performed very well and outperforming his rating, I feel like. So we go ahead and get into this Yankee series because, remember, I did say we had a very special episode here today. You can tell by the title, Doug Granger has had a great season this year, and because of that, it's got him right now sitting second in the Rookie of the Year voting. Now, batting higher than the dude in first base with more home runs, I would think that he would be number 1, but 257, 14 home runs, 34 ribbies, batting in the 7th spot in the lineup. He's moved around quite a bit. He's been the 6 hitter, he's been the 3 hitter, he's been the 7. I think the 7 has been his good home, at least with this current lineup, and being able to get him into a good position. But the thing I like most about Doug Granger is he always seems to work at bats. You see here, we're full count, and he worked that at bat to a walk. That was a 10-pitch at bat that ended up resulting in a walk. That was 1-2 at one point. So he works his way on base. We got bases loaded, Nick Senzel, and he swings and misses through a 4-seamer there. As there is no runs on his first at bat, he comes up for at bat number 2. His first official at bat, and he gets a liner on the ground, right to second base, unfortunately, and that will have to be a ground out. Now, he does put solid contact on the ball, very patient at the plate. Here he's got another 2-0 count here, down 0-2, and gets nicked on the side of the hip. Now, luckily, obviously, he didn't look that fast. He don't look that much in pain. On first base, and they will line this one out to second. He will glove it. Still not able to come around, but you see we have a 4-0 lead, and we actually end up coming away with a 4-0 victory against the New York Yankees. No ball teams. We are still under 500. Not even. I think we're like in the hunt type of team, but not a playoff team. As you see, Cesar Hernandez also doing well in the starting rotation. 8 innings, 5 strikeouts. But to be able to come away with a victory like that, I had to jump into game number 2 and see a full game with the boys. Now, this full game will also encompass one of our pitchers that actually has been pitching very well in the bottom of the rotation as well, on a fire streak right now, and that'll be Nick Lodato, young prospect. You know, he has a potential, only lefty starting pitcher, and I haven't got too many starts in with him, so I want to get one in today and see if we can come out of this series with a 2-0 clean sweep. This is a short series, but first batter he faces is a base hit. Trent Gresham up next, 1-2, swings and misses at the 2-seamer in on the hands. And next we got Giancarlo Stanton. You got to be careful when you pitch to him. Didn't I tell you in the dugout beforehand? GM Smooth tried to tell you to be careful, and what did you do? First pitch 4-seamer over the center field wall. His 15th home run of the season. No doubter puts the Yankees up 2-0 already early. And this could either go one of two ways. This is either going to be a long start, or that's going to be the only runs that we see, as Nick Lodato has only had those 2 types of starts. So we'll see how he bounces back. And it doesn't get any easier. If you have Aaron Judge right up next, and he gets him to fly sky high to center field. Not like the Aaron Judge of the regular season, where he's always about to break the AL home run record, looking for number 62. But in this game, he's flying out to center field, so I'll be very thankful for it. And that is another fly out to Nick Senzel. And that ends the first inning. Giancarlo Stanton, the one doing the damage for the Yankees here today, as they go up 2-0. Now we will have the pleasure of dealing with Hayden Yastrzemski. I feel like I'm almost always facing this man every time I want to go up against the Yankees. This season, not too good. 4-2 or 4.42 ERA. Whip is up there above 1.5. So hopefully we're able to get some hits and runs off him as well. As we can put up runs. They come in bunches, but we can overcome this 2-0 deficit. Jonathan India, still our leadoff batter, hitting 280 on the season. Very accomplished with what he's been able to do. Power and average with speed. To lead off my lineup, yes, please, as that is a liner over the shortstop for the first out of the at-bat. Next to it, we got Donovan Solano, who has risen up in the batting order to number 2, hitting 270 on the season. Bloops this one shallow, and it is gloved for out number 2. Hayden looking pretty sharp through this first inning. 2 up, 2 down. Next, you got Cesar Hernandez, 1-0 count. 4-seamer up in the zone. This one is flying deep back, center field traveling, and it will go into another glove. 1, 2, 3 outs in the inning as we go ahead and go to the top of the second. Wilson Contreras is up, and Nick Lodato looking to kind of settle down. You know, he threw 13 pitches through that first inning, gave up 2 runs, so we want to see him make a deep start here today. Let's let those 2 runs be the only ones. This one's going to the gap. Nick Senzel's giving chase. He will glove it just in time to get the second out of the inning. Now we just got to get through one more batter. It was Josh Donaldson. Batting 258 on the season. This one's over to India. He will dive, knock it down. Has enough time to pick it up, throw over, and he got him. That 10 speed is just too slow. As we go ahead and get out of the top of the second. Moustakas, Gallo, Aguilar up next. Our meat of the order now. Bottom of the second, and they've got a 2-2 count so far to Joey Gallo. 1 out already. Now that Moustakas just grounded out. And that is a fly ball off the four-seamer up in the zone. Deep out to left field. He's giving chase. Warning track. Wall leap, and it is gone. Big time home run from the Big Red Machine, as that is a 2-1 lead now for New York off the solo shot. Number 26 on the season for Joey Gallo, leading this team in power. You gotta love to see it. I knew when I signed him, I wanted at least 20 to 30, maybe 35 if we were lucky home runs on the season. So to see he's dropped 26 already with 2 months left, and he's did his job. He's done his job as far as what we brought him in to do. Next, we got Jesus Aguilar. Can he keep this rally going? 2-1 count. Four-seamer right down the middle of the plate. This one's going out to the left center field gap as well. Blind shot. Gone! Over there up against the building in the background, and that is the Big Red Machine once again going off. And they've tied this ballgame up with back-to-back jacks. Number 16 on the season for Jesus Aguilar. When I brought him in, I wanted 20. He's got 2 months left to go in and give me what I needed him to do, and he's earned his contract. If not, you're going to have to get cut if you don't earn your contract. But I just need 4 more of them things. Next, we got Tyler Stevenson, 2 outs, trying to keep a 2-out rally going. This is a base hit out into the outfield. He has been a great, sting in the arm at the bottom of the rotation. That's why we keep keeping him down there. Instead of moving him up, I like to start my top of the lineup off with some people left on base. Him and Nick Senzel normally do a good job. Not here today in the second inning, though, as that is a fly out to end it. But we at least tie this ball game back up with 2 back-to-back home runs. And now Nick Lodato, you got a 0-0 ball game as this one is fly shallow right field. Got it! Nick Senzel tumbling, rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling is able to go ahead and get the second out of that inning. That was an amazing play. Next up, we got Trent Gresham trying to go ahead and close out a third inning, put up another goose egg on the board. And this 1-0 count is taken deep right field line shot. Gone! Oh, Nick Lodato, what are you doing, my boy? You gave up a home run to Trent Gresham. The only home runs we allow are Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. 15th home run of the season, though, for Trent, as the Yankees go right back up 3-2. Anything you can do, we can do better. And now we got to try to end this with Giancarlo Stanton. 2 outs. At least nobody's on this time. Let's just try to get out here unscathed. The 2-seamers are called strike. And then he takes another low 2-seamer. Wasn't even in the strike zone. And this one is gone almost the same location. And they really took it to heart. Anything you can do, we can do better. Back-to-back shots, and that's Giancarlo Stanton's 16th of the season, as they take their 2-run lead right back. Following that up, though, you got to still face Aaron Judge. How do you face him when you're rattled? Easy. You just go right after him. You have nothing left to lose at this point. 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses at the 2-seamer in on the hands. And that's all great power hitters. They strike out sometimes. Now, staying with the pitchers, though, skipping ahead to the top of the 5th. Not much else happening in between, but 1 out. Oswaldo Cabrera, base hit out to the outfield. Joey Gallo comes in to glove it. He's got another run on base. 59 pitches through. Maybe Nick Lodato starting to get a little tired here. There's a steal at second base. Throw down. Got him! Tyler Stevenson, the all-star, is able to throw him out at second base. Look at the speed, though. He's moving. Throw. Skip. Yeah. Got him. And we'll go ahead and skip ahead over to our part. I did want to show over that great throw down to second base, but Joely Rodriguez will be coming in the bottom of the 5th. They are changing out their starter early. Only gave up 2 home runs, but maybe a good idea or maybe not. As that is a leadoff base hit by Tyler Stevenson. He is 2 for 2 on the day. Maybe getting another early rally started here. You got Jonathan India up next with 1 out. This one is a line shot. Going to get down in the gap. That'll at least go all the way up against the wall. We'll have to see if they test it to go home. India's in at second base. Stevenson's coming around to home base. Throw will come in, and he is not in time. 3-4 ball game for the Reds, and they're manufacturing runs without home runs this time. This one is a deep fly ball out to the outfield. It will get down shallowly. Not enough depth on that to try to move up. He probably would have been out. So now we've got 2 outs. Cesar Hernandez, we need something from you. Line shot, deep center field, going back, and he will glove this one over the shoulder. We're able to get 1 back, though, so we're getting close. Steadily getting back to a tie ball game here. Nick Lodado still in the 6th. I'm thinking this will probably be his last inning as Aguilar knocks this down, picks it, throws over to first, and it is not in time. No even option to challenge there. I think he might have had him. But now there's a runner at first base, and you got to start thinking, okay, full count. Giancarlo Stanton, do you take him out? That is a base hit down the line. You got Aaron Judge coming up. No outs. 74 pitches in. I just want to see him get 1 more out. He's done good against Judge so far, and that first hit is a liner out there. Not in time by Senzel to even make a leap. 3-run home run. Maybe left him out a little too long, as that is Aaron Judge's 17th of the season. Wow, we're this late in the season. He's only got 17. Giancarlo's only got 16. Sheesh. This ain't like real life, I'll tell you that much. But Brudasar Gatterall will come in now. He's been a sure reliever for us. 3.59 ERA, 31 strikeouts, and 47 innings. I'm not mad at it at all. So we'll bring him in to try to close the door here with Gleyber Torres being the first batter that he will face. Down 7-3, and I don't know, at this point it's going to take a lot of offense to be able to come back into this ball game. 1-2, wheels deals. This will be a blooped pop-up right behind Aguilar. He will glove it. Out number 1. Wilson Contreras, 1-2, chance to strike him out. Does not bite on the outside slider. So what do you come back with on the even count? Another slider, still not biting. He looks like he might just take his walk here. Full count throw, and that is a cutter left over too much of the plate. This ball is gone. Upper deck style. Wilson Contreras is able to get another home run here, his 11th of the season. And that just made this game that much more out of reach. It's a 5-run lead for the Yanks. And Brudasar will stay in to try to just go ahead and wrap up this inning. I wanted somebody to come in and get multiple innings. But with him having given up that home run and having to pitch a lot here, almost at 20 pitches to end it, I don't know if he'll make it. Josh Donaldson, 0 for 2 on the day. We'll see a 2-0 count here as we're nearing the 20 pitches for Brudasar. Full count now. Oswaldo is on deck waiting to come up, and he gets the call strike there on the outside edge. I love it. Comes right back with a slider, though. This one's not even close. And he just watched every pitch of that at bat. Gets over to first, but Oswaldo will line this to third base. And just like that, it's up to our offense now. We got to find and manufacture 5 runs. And we'll have to do it against Clay Holmes. A 1.71 ERA, 44 strikeouts, and 42 innings. You know how dangerous of a reliever he is, but Doug Granger will be tasked to start this off. And showing that patience already. 3-1. Gets the slider right over the middle of the plate. Full count. 8 pitches in already, and he gets a 4-seamer down the middle. Wasn't expecting it, but tried to swing a little bit late to chop it off. And that'll be a strikeout to get things started. Now Tyler Stevenson grounds this one over to second base, and that will be an out. 2 quick outs for Clay Holmes. Can he go ahead and just shut the door here with Nick Senzel? And he will. Pretty much same location. Throws it over to first base. And just like that, we are down to our final 6 outs. Jonathan India will come up. Clay Holmes still in the ball game. And that is a slider left up in the zone. India is able to take this one deep right field and glove right over the shoulder. Out number 1, Donovan Solano trying to get something going here for the team. This one's lined out just in front of him, and he'll get down. He bobbles it a little bit, but not enough room to move over to second base. So 1 out. We got Cesar Hernandez taking a curveball. Probably would have been a strikeout, but he goes in and pops this one over to third base, trying to foul it off. And then Michael Stockings goes in and takes one up to the dome. Right after that, you get 2 good outs. Your control's looking good, and then you hit my man's with a curveball. And just because of that, we'll go ahead and take this sinker out. Deep left field, going back, and it is gone. Joey Votto being our Giancarlo Stanton with 2 home runs on the day. Being very clutch when we need it. Gets us 3 runs back with his 27th of the season. And this is why I'm okay with moving on from Michael Stockings. We got our new power hitter, basically. Michael Stockings was that dude for us last year. Constantly hitting clutch home runs and RBIs when we were down to put us back into things. And Joey Gallo's kind of taking that role from him. Now, it's great to have multiple guys like that, like the Yankees, but we don't have the payroll for that like the Yankees. Next, they'll bring in Garrett Whitlock, though, to try to shut this inning down. He strikes out Jesus Aguilar to avoid another back-to-back situation. And this ball game has gotten a little closer, 9-6. Jonathan Lewiska. There we go. Jonathan Lewiska is coming in to shut the door here. 45 save opportunities, 43 saves, an 0-2 record. My man has been as clutch as you can get from a closing pitcher standpoint. So Doug Granger will have to get things started off here and look to get us a rally started as we got an even count here, 2-2. Sinker on the inner hands. That is ball 3. And he watches the sinker away. The leadoff walk is not too bad here to start. Tyler Stevenson is up next. I need another hit from you. Please, just one more hit. And he watches the slurve get called strike 3. Nick Senzel, 3-1 count as well. They just watch the sinker, trying to maybe work a walk here, full count, and he swings and misses at the sinker. Maybe wasn't expecting it, caught him off guard. Now we got 2-1 here to Jonathan India. This has popped up. He's our last out, last hope, even count. He gets the circle change in on the feet. 2 outs. Can he get this over to Donovan Solano? Give us a chance to get to our power hitters one more time. And that could have been ball 4 for the walk. I don't say you don't want to take the chance, swing at anything close, but that is popped over to third. And unfortunately, we tie this series with the Yankees 1-1, losing this one 9-6. Not a very good pitching performance. Honestly, I'm proud of the runs. 6 runs is a lot in the MLB. 6 runs is a lot. You're not every day putting up 6 runs. You're not every day putting up 4+ runs, honestly. This one was on the pitching staff. Nick Lodato gets the loss here, 7-7. Gave him just too much there early with, I think, 7 of those runs were credited to him. Not to mention that the bullpen, Gratterall, he came in and gave up a home run as well. Seth Lugo came in and gave up an earned run late too as well. But we're getting back into simulating, trying to get through the rest of August here. As you can see, I mean, we're not in, the hunt. We're going a little slide here. You see a bunch of just minor injuries popping up here recently, coming right back into the lineup. But we're able to actually come out against Pittsburgh, get a sweep. Then Colorado, we ended up beating them 3-1. So that's 2 back-to-back series wins. We're right back to 10 under 500. Get a little sweep here against St. Louis on a 5-game win streak here against Colorado before having that snapped. And just like that, we're only 6 games under 500. Still trying to battle our way back. Maybe get back into the playoff conversations. And we got some important division series here to end out the rest of the month. And we end up losing the series to St. Louis 1-2, losing to Milwaukee 1-2. 63-72 kind of going into the month of September. So at the time of September call-ups, we had a couple of really good victories here. An 11-0 victory here. Stevenson hit 2 home runs. Granger another one. Solano another one. Granger 6 RBIs. That'll help the RBI talk. When we looked at how he was better than the Dodgers batter, he had more RBIs. Well, let's get some more RBIs for my boy. Here, Hernandez, Gallo, and Nelson actually getting some home runs in. That boy Nelson, even we brought him up, he's been kind of struggling, but he actually did his work today. Servino, 8 runs, 7 runs, another bad start, but the offense was able to help him out. And kind of going into this, we are only 8.5 back behind the Cardinals and Cubs. And you look at the wildcard standings, we're 9 games back for one of the wildcard spots. Now remember, this is only 2 wildcard teams, not 3 like real life, which I wish they had. But a little stat update. Here's we go ahead and head out. Joey Gallo has reached 34, so we think he's definitely earned his contract. Him with 34, Moustakas with 27, Cesar Aguilar with 21. I gotta think it's the pitching rotation. Now we've got 3 guys hitting over 20 home runs. That's what you want, like in season. Like at the end of the season. 3 guys at least hitting 20 home runs. We gotta get our RBIs up, so more people need to get on base. No one's really hitting for over 270, so we gotta work on getting that average up. But I think we have a lot of power on this team. Now we just need to work on the averages in the pitching staff. That's, I think, our next 2 things to go ahead and get things up. You see Joey Gallo and Tyler Stevenson leading here with the highest scores on the team, 4.5 and 3.5. Joey Gallo's got a 270. His ISO is as good as some of these people's regular batting averages. That's how many home runs and bombs my man is hitting. Now looking at the pitching staff as well, see our strikeout leaders, Tyler Mahaley might have a chance to reach 200 strikeouts at the end of the season. Luis Severino at 159, Nick Lodato at 140. I didn't think he would be up there with that many strikeouts, but also quality start wise, you see Cesar Hernandez has actually been like the 2nd best starting pitcher. I'm 3rd best, honestly, behind Servino. Servino's kind of close, that's why I'm 2nd best right now. 14 quality starts, and Gutierrez has 6. That's more than Luis Castillo did. He started way more games. So Castillo, off year. We'll hope he gets back to it next year and maybe can help the pitching rotation. If not, I think next year for sure, if he has another bad year, we'll put him back in the rotation, see what he does. But if he has another bad year, I think we for sure look to trade him. And if his contract's up after this year, I don't know if I think I give him like a 1-year deal to try to prove it. But and then you trade him if it doesn't work or just not sign him. But we'll see how that kind of goes. You look at AAA stats here, see if anybody wants to come up yet. I want Hunter Green to be able to come up, but I just haven't seen enough from him to do that. I don't see any, stats as far as batters that's like, oh yeah, I need to bring him up like right now. Michael Trina might be somebody like that. 23 years old, still has time to develop. Batting 290 though right now, only 4 home runs, so not a whole lot of power. And then some of our guys that were up here hitting for power. You see here, Doug Granger now is number 1 in the National League with 17 home runs, 44 RBIs for the Rookie of the Year. So we'll see how that continues to play out. That'll probably be our biggest storyline, as well as trying to do better than last year. We finished 73 and 89. So for us to be able to beat that through this last month of September and 3 games in October or whatever, so basically this last month, we have to go 11 and 16 at least to be able to be better than last season. I think we can do it. We've gone on winning streaks. I think we've had some pretty good winning months, but that'll be the focus of the next episode. A, will Doug Granger win Rookie of the Year? B, will we be able to go 11 and 16 and take out this old record? 73 and 89 is what we did last year. I would love to do way better than that. I'd love to have a positive record. I would love to go even back to 500, 81 and 81. I would love to finish 500. Right now, our job security is average and our GM rating is a C. So we're working on getting some of that stuff fixed. But it's going to be all depending on how they play this last month of the season, man. So if you guys are ready for it, we'll be back at you guys again next Saturday with another Reds Rebuild video. So make sure you guys hit the video with a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are enjoying. Leave feedback down below of moves that you think need to be made in the off season. That should give you guys plenty of time to give feedback, comment back, maybe some moves on, just the off season, because I'll probably have made September calls by the time you guys see this. So just leave moves down for the off season that you think I should go out and try to pursue, trades, people you think on the Major League roster I should get rid of. Maybe I should send some people down again. Just any kind of feedback, help the bench get a little bit better. I want to hear it, I want to see it, and I want to interact with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching in. It's me, boy SGG, the King of Games, and GM Smooth is out of here as we got basically a year and a month to save this job. What if I get fired? That'd be interesting. We'll find out next time, man. I'll see y'all. I'm out.